Hello everyone, I am Shaili Singh, your science tutor, and in this session we will learn about photosynthesis. Just give me a second till that I am sharing my screen. Yes, thank you so much. So student, as you all know that every living organism requires food for its survival. Whether it is an animal, plants, or a microorganism, it requires food. Okay, and on the basis of nutrition, we have divided animals into two categories. First is the autotrophic and second is the heterotrophic. Yes, so we'll start with the first one, that is autotrophic. Auto means self and troph means nourishing. Yes, trophs means nourishing. So these are the animals which prepare their food by themselves. Okay, and in this category, what comes? Green plants, few photosynthetic bacteria, and algae. Okay, and now come to the next category, that is the heterotroph. Yes, hetero means other. Okay, hetero means other, and trophs means nourishing. So these are those animals which depend on other animal for their food. For example, animals, bacteria, and fungi. Okay, so and in this session we will talk about how do plants prepare their food. Yes, so we'll start with a very basic concept, that is the photosynthesis equation. Okay, so student, as you all know, this word photosynthesis is made of two words. First is the photo and second is the synthesis. Yes, so what do you mean by photo? Yes, photo means light. Photo means light and synthesis means the formation. Okay, so it is the process by which green plants produce their food in the presence of sunlight. Okay, so yes, in this equation you can see that these are the simple inorganic compound. These are the simple inorganic compound, and you can see here that when carbon dioxide combines with water in the presence of sunlight and chlorophyll, it forms glucose. What is glucose? Glucose is a form of carbohydrate. Yes, glucose is a form of carbohydrate, and there is an important gas that is known as oxygen. Okay, this is liberated in the process of photosynthesis. So students, one by one we will see that from where do plant get these raw materials. Okay, from where do plant get these raw materials? So starting with the first one, that is the carbon dioxide. Yes, I think most of the students know this, that carbon dioxide is present in our atmosphere. Yes, carbon dioxide is a gas and it is present in our atmosphere. But the question arises that how do plants take this carbon dioxide from the atmosphere? Do they have nose? Like for example, carbon dioxide leave or exit our body with the help of these are nasal openings. Okay, so do you think that plant also have these types of pores? Yes, anyone? Yes, plants also have a specialized pore, and these are called as stomata. Okay, just look at this picture. You can see that it is a simple green leaf, and on their surface, if we have a close look on their surface, we can see a tiny opening on their leaves. Okay, we can see these are the tiny opening. Okay, and these tiny openings are called as stomata. Okay, these tiny openings are called as stomata, and these are responsible for the gaseous exchange in the plants. Okay, and you know that the leaves are called the kitchen of the plant. Why kitchen? Because the production of the food, that is the synthesis of the food, is performed here. Okay, and let me tell a few points about stomata. These are the tiny openings. This one is clear. Okay, now let me draw a simple diagram of a stomatal pore. Okay, stomata. Just give me a second. It's just a rough diagram. Okay, we will just learn about it in detail in the upcoming slides. Okay, so this is the stomatal pore, and this stomatal pore is flanked by two guard cells. Okay, these stomatal pore is flanked by two guard cells. Student, as your school main gate is having a guard uncle sitting there. Okay, and he checks the entry of the students or the person entering the school. Yes, so the similar function is performed by these kidney shaped guard cells. Okay, these guard cells are responsible for opening and closing of the stomata. Yes, what I am saying? Just have a look. Yes. Yes, so we'll start with the opening of the stomata and then closing. Okay, starting with this, students don't get confused with this term stoma. Stoma is actually the singular form of the stomata. Okay, so yes, you can see here that this is a guard cell. As I have already told that this is a guard cell. Yes, this is a guard cell, and surrounding the guard cell, these are the another type of cell known as subsidiary cell. Okay, these are known as the subsidiary cells, which are what they are doing. These are surrounding the guard cell. Okay, so as you can see that these are the kidney-shaped guard cell. Okay, and so just have a look. When the water, okay, the water flow in these guard cell is responsible for opening and closing of the stomata. Yes, so let's see one by one. When the water enters in the guard cell, just listen it very carefully. When the water enters the guard cell, these guard cells swells. These guard cell swells. Okay. For example, just have a look. These guard cell, when they absorb water, they swells. Okay. And when they swells, you can see there's a pore created. Yes. When these guard cells absorb water, these guard cells swells and the stomatal pore gets open. And when the stomatal pore gets open, the gaseous exchange can occur. Okay, now coming to the second one, that is the closing of the stomata. Yes, okay, again see, when the water, okay, when the water comes out of these guard cell, just look at these arrow. Okay, when the water comes out of these guard cell shrinks. Okay, it was like this when it was open. When the water will flow out of these guard cells, this will shrink and the pore will get closed. And when the pore get closed, there will be no exchange of gases. Okay, so we have discussed about carbon dioxide, and now we will learn about water. Okay, yes, that's also very simple. That water, the plants absorb water from the soil with the help of root. Yes, that's very simple. But let me tell few more points. Yes, yes, in this figure you can see that it is a complex network of blood vessel which is found in human body. Yes, and you know why these blood vessels are present? Yes, for the transport of materials. Okay, for the transport of blood, food materials, various nutrients, these systems are present. Okay, similar is in the case of plants also, yet that is very simple. Okay, in comparison to the human body, the network system, okay, or the conducting vessels which is found in the plants is very simple. Okay, yes, you can see that water and minerals. Students, one more point, that these minerals, okay, which the minerals found in the soil get dissolved in the water and they are transported up. Okay, they are transported up with the water only. Yes, so yes, you can see the blue color line. Yes, you can see the blue color line is showing the movement of water from the soil upward, okay, to all the body parts of the plant. Okay, and you can see that the leaves, okay, because here stomata is present and here photosynthesis occur. So here is the production of food, and you can see this yellow color line. The food is produced within leaves and is transported to all the body parts, okay, to roots also. Yes, so this is how the water get absorbed from the soil. Yes, now coming to the back to equation, that is our photosynthesis equation. We have talked about carbon dioxide and we have talked about water. Okay, so yes, you can see that water and carbon dioxide combine to form glucose. Yes, you can see that there is another component, that is the sunlight, and you know that is known that this sunlight, okay, comes from the sun. Yes, the sunlight comes from the sun, and here is another component known as chlorophyll. Okay, so in this entire equation, one thing is clear, that light energy is being changed into the chemical energy. Okay, let me write that light energy is being converted into the chemical energy. Why I am saying chemical energy? Because these are the chemical compound. Yes, glucose is a form of a carbohydrate and this is a chemical compound. That's why this light energy is being converted into the chemical energy. And you know, and for this conversion, we need energy. Yes, we need energy, and that energy comes in the form of a sunlight. Okay, so now we will see that how plants absorb this sunlight. How plants absorb this sunlight. Yes, and for this, plants have a specialized organelle. Yes, a specialized organelle called as chloroplast. And you know that these chloroplasts have chlorophyll pigment inside them. Okay, this chloroplast is a simple organelle. Okay, yet specialized. It consists of green pigment called as chlorophyll. Okay, and this chlorophyll is responsible for the green color of the plants. Okay, students, as you know that our blood is red due to which pigment? Yes, that's the hemoglobin. Okay, this hemoglobin provides a red color to our blood. Okay, similar, the chlorophyll, the green colored pigment, provides the green color to the plants. Okay, so students, let's just see that how plants are able to absorb this sunlight. Yes, so it is the chloroplast. And you know, now let me describe few points about chloroplast. Yes, so this is a simple structure of the chloroplast. Yes, you can see that this chloroplast, okay, it is bounded by two layers. Okay, this chloroplast is bounded by two boundaries. Okay, that is outer membrane. Yes, it is the outer membrane, and this one is the inner membrane. Okay, this one is the inner membrane. And yes, this aqueous part is called as stroma. This aqueous part is called as stroma. And this structure, you can see a plate-like structure. This one, okay, which are stacked over each other. This particular one structure is known as thylakoid. Okay, these structures are known as thylakoid. Okay, one thylakoid, two thylakoid, they're stacked over each other. Okay, they are stacked over each other, and this entire structure, okay, this entire structure is known as grana. Okay, so we can say that the unit of grana is thylakoid. Yes, because this entire structure is known as grana. This entire structure is known as grana, and the unit of this grana is called as thylakoid. One more important point, that is, see, you can see that one grana is connected to another grana via a membranous structure which is known as stroma lamellae. Stroma lamellae. And one more important point, students, in this thylakoid, in every thylakoid, there are a number of chlorophyll pigment present. Okay, and these chlorophyll pigment trap, so absorb the sunlight. Okay, and causes the conversion of carbon dioxide and hydrogen into the carbohydrates. So I think up till here everything is very clear to you. Let's get back to the equation. Yes, let's get back to the equation, that is this. Okay, so yes, if you look very carefully to this equation, you will got two important points. Okay, first, you can see that there is a reduction of carbon dioxide to carbohydrate. Now, what do you mean by reduction? In the chemistry we read, right? Reduction is the, let me write here, reduction is the addition of hydrogen. Yes, it's the addition of hydrogen. So in this case you can see that this carbon dioxide is not having any hydrogen. Yes, but in the case of glucose, you can see there are 12. Okay, hydrogen is 12. Yes, so there is an addition of hydrogen. So we can say that there is a reduction of carbon dioxide to carbohydrate. Yes, and second important point, this light energy, this sunlight breaks water molecule into what? Can anyone please tell me? Hydrogen and oxygen. Okay, hydrogen and oxygen. This hydrogen combines with carbon dioxide to form carbohydrate, and this oxygen, okay, this oxygen get escaped into the atmosphere. So students, it's a time to summarize what we have just learned. So you can just We call this photosynthesis process as the absorption of light energy by the chlorophyll, and this chlorophyll pigment is present in the specialized organelle known as chloroplast. Okay, this specialized, it's a specialized organelle which is present in the, which is chlorophyll pigment is present in the chloroplast. And one more important point, yes, the chloroplast is having its own DNA and its own ribosome. It's a very special organelle. Okay, in this you can see that this chloroplast is having its own DNA and its own ribosome. Okay, it's having its own ribosome and its DNA. Okay, now, the second point is conversion of light energy into the chemical energy and the splitting of water into hydrogen and oxygen. And last is the reduction of carbon dioxide into carbohydrate, which is a glucose. So, I hope students you understand it better, and that's all for this. Thank you.